towards zero.
Drop me as close to Stark Head as you can get. I won't need picking up.
Audrey? What a surprise. It's been too long.
I'm glad we can be friends again, Neville. If you're sure Kay won't mind.
I can't keep waiting for you, Kay. We need a plan.
I've got a plan, Teddy. Let me tell you all about it.
Audrey is better now. It's time for you to come back. Love, Mother.
Aunt Camilla, what are you doing out of bed? Look, let me close the window before you catch your death.
Leave it open, Mary. Look, there's a man up on Stark Head. Call the Coast Guard, Mary, quickly before...
Yes, I'll call him now.
Don't do it. Stop and think. Turn round, go back. Don't do it, man.
Come on! Stop thinking! Do it now! Do it!
Towards zero, certain people are converging from all over the world, from the routine of their everyday lives into someone else's plan for their lives, or their deaths, because someone else is mapping them as well as you and I. The murderer is also keeping track, planning every step, as they're all drawn together to a certain point, to Gull's Point.
Yeah, just leave me here. Oh, good, you're awake.
What? Oh, no, I'm not.
Mr. McQuarrie, you may have a few bumps and bruises.
A few bumps and bruises.
But I am the genuine invalid here. This is the first time I have left my house since Mr. Chamberlain waved his scrap of paper. It's quite an occasion, so I suggest you sit up and take notice.
I didn't ask for any guests. I don't even know you.
I'm Lady Tressilian, and I'm your saviour. I saw you from my window at Gull's Point across the bay. I alerted the Coast Guard.
Does it not occur to you, my lady, that when a man jumps from Stark Head, he does not wish to be rescued?
It did occur to me, yes, but then I decided you must have been wrong.
Wrong?
Tell me why you did it, and I'll tell you why you were wrong.
I can't begin to. 6 years it's taken me to finally make that decision. So how can you tell me that in 2 minutes you figured out I'm wrong?
A premonition about Mr. Chamberlain's paper was not why I took to my bed. My husband died that night. His boat capsized in the waters below Stark Head. I wanted to die too. But like you, I wasn't brave enough at first, so I have dwindled. 6 years. And then I saw you, and I realised it wasn't all for nothing. I was there at that moment for a purpose, to save your life. And you will have a purpose too.
You can't know that.
Not can you. Not till your purpose becomes clear. Until then, you just have to trust that there will be a reason why you're alive, and not to go trying to kill yourself again.
I have nowhere else to go. I can't go back.
Have you not been listening, Mr. McQuarrie? You must trust that the Lord or the Fates or Lady Tressilian shall provide. You can come back with me to Gull's Point and start again.
Gull's Point, perched on a cliff battered by the tides that wash to and from the icy English Channel. A world away from the French Riviera, where Neville and Kay Strange are playing tennis in the sun, apparently unaware of the bigger game that's taking place.
Oh, you're too fast for me, Kay. And too beautiful.
Ah, flatter me all you like. I'm still furious with you.
What for?
Gull's Point. I know we have to suck up to Lady T every now and then.
It's not sucking up. She's practically my mother.
But why does it have to be then? We could be yachting with Shirty. Wouldn't that be more fun?
Life can't always be fun, little Kay.
Lady T detests me.
Camilla loves you dearly. She just doesn't believe in divorce.
She loves Audrey dearly. If only you did too, she'd be over the moon.
Well, maybe there is a way.
To go yachting instead?
To do both. Shirty in July, my tournament in August, and Gull's Point in September.
But Audrey's always there in September.
So she can keep Camilla happy. Take the pressure off you.
Have you gone completely mad, Neville? We can't share a house with your ex-wife, not even for a week.
Just think how much easier it would be if we were all friends. I know that's what she wants.
How do you know?
I bumped into her the other day.
You did what?
In the park. We had a polite chat. It was nice.
Oh, I'm delighted for you both.
Oh, don't be like that. She asked after you. She actually asked if we could be there in September.
She's up to something.
She's moved on, Kay. Why can't we?
Mary Alden, with the streak of white in her black hair since birth, is already at Gull's Point, despite many years dreaming she might one day get away.
Exercising the leg, Mr. McWhirter?
Sorry, Mary, I mustn't stop.
Well, do you mind if I walk with you? I was, wondering, whereabouts are you from, exactly?
Why do you want to know?
I thought it might be a nice place to go. Scotland.
Well, there are nicer places.
I know, but I can't get to them. I can't really get to Scotland unless Aunt Camilla lets me. But it wouldn't take long, and it wouldn't cost much, would it?
I really can't remember.
Can you not remember much about before? About what drove you to, to do what you did? Oh, what is it now? Will you excuse me?
It's okay, Mary. I'll calm her down. As long as you never mention Stark Head again.
I won't have it. Not in my house.
Lady Tressarion, how are you this fine
Sometimes
day?
I find your generation quite disgusting.
Me too. I can only apologise.
It must be Kay's idea. Scarlet-toed creature.
It's Audrey's letter. I thought it would cheer you up.
May I read it?
Yes, of course. Neville couldn't have conceived this on his own. And it's the last thing Audrey wants, whatever she claims.
Neville left Audrey for Kay. Audrey tried to prove she was over it by getting together with Adrian Royd. But then he died in a car crash. Audrey went to pieces.
She's only just starting to put her life back together. Now she's going to ruin it by attempting to befriend a happy couple. Doesn't make any sense. Why on earth would she go along with it? Why would Neville?
Neville loves Kay. Audrey loves Neville. What could possibly go wrong?
I shall change the will. I shall write to the lawyers.
Well, shall I write to Audrey and Neville and tell them that you're not well enough to have visitors this year?
Kay will make an extra special effort to come and finish me off. No, they'll just have to come separately. Neville and his ghastly second wife in June and Audrey in September as usual. And I've no doubt Audrey will thank me for averting this disaster.
Well, I'm not so sure. It reads to me like Audrey really wants it to happen.
What are you talking about? Why would she?
Mary, would you excuse us for a moment?
I can be trusted, Mr. McWhirter.
Go and polish something, Mary. No, good girl.
I didn't want to tell anyone, but I do owe you. So, if I can be of any help...
Oh.
Until 6 years ago, I was a detective in the Met.
And your nose tells you there's no ulterior motive behind this scheme from anyone?
Well, I might be wrong, but I don't know these people.
No. But perhaps you should. Then you could see what's going on and help me to put a stop to it. And perhaps you should meet Audrey. She's such a pale, wispy thing on her own. She needs a good man who understands her.
Oh, you've given me a great deal, Lady Tressarion, but I draw the line at a mentally unstable divorcee.
But perhaps this is your purpose, Mr. McWhirter. Mary!
Yes, Lady Tressarion?
Mary, I want you to write back to Audrey and tell her very well. They may all come to Gull's Point.
So Mary writes to Audrey, whilst on the other side of the world on the train from Tunis, Thomas Royd uses his good hand to write to his mother.
As you'll see from the postmark, I've left Africa and the army behind. I will miss it, but there's nothing to stay for now the war is over. From your letter, it would seem I have something to come back for. I know it was always Adrian who had the... Did I almost write luck? Forgive me, Mother. I was always second best. But maybe that will be enough now. Maybe I will be enough for Audrey. Wish me luck.
Luck may have its part to play, Fate may have a hand, but it is another hand that is planning all of this. And piece by piece, it is all coming together. And here is the final piece, the final player, sidling up to Kay Strange as Neville plays his tournament.
40-30. Strange to serve.
Ah, devoted wife watches husband slash his way to victory.
Ted, I didn't know you were here.
I'm always here. You should know that, Kay.
Neville will be pleased.
Out.
Oh.
Due. Strange to serve.
Well, his backhand is not bad, but he won't win. He's too good a loser.
I love it that he's a good sport.
So do I, if it means he'll hand over his wife.
And then what will we do, Teddy? Live on our good looks?
Good looks are getting me to Gull's Point with you.
How did you manage it, Teddy?
Out.
He's definitely losing his touch, don't you think?
Advantage. Connolly.
Tell me.
Well, giving dancing lessons at the Easter Head, but I'll be joining you at Lady T's at every opportunity, Kay. No way you're going into that nest of vipers alone.
Oh, Ted.
What's the matter? Aren't you pleased?
Yes, but... well, sometimes I get cold feet.
Don't be scared, Kay.
Second match to Connolly.
It'll all go to plan.
Well done, darling. You were wonderful.
Ah, thought you were too busy chatting to Latimer to notice. That's all right. I'm the man in possession, and possession is 9/10 of the law.
You're very sure of yourself.
Why wouldn't I be? Fate brought us together. Don't you remember when we met at Cannes? Then I had to go on to Estoril, and suddenly, as soon as I got there, the first person I saw... my beautiful Kay.
That wasn't exactly fate, Neville. It was me.
What do you mean?
At Cannes. I found out where you were going next, and I made sure I got there first.
You've never told me that before.
I thought you might get conceited. You're not cross, are you, Neville?
No. No, not at all. I'm just beginning to understand the woman I married.
Did I say that Ted Latimer was the final player? I must have forgotten myself. Please excuse me, there's somewhere I have to be.
Welcome to the Balmoral, sir. How may I... Sir?
May I trouble you for a glass of...
Water quickly, James. Please, sit down.
I should have got a cab. But I thought I would...
You walk from the station, sir?
From the Easter Head, not far.
Oh, here we are now. Sip it slowly. It may not be far, but it's uphill and with the wind over the cliff top.
Ah, that's better. Now, please tell me that my quest was not in vain. You are not fully booked.
We have one room left.
You truly have saved my life.
You didn't like the Easter Head?
It seems to have become little more than a bordello. I trust the Balmoral has not followed suit.
I think you'll be very comfortable here.
Good. I have old friends in the area, Lady Tresselian across the bay.
We can arrange a cab to the ferry any time, Mr...
Lord Justice Treves.
Your Honour, you'll be able to see Gull's Point from your room on the top floor.
Oh, dear. Then I'm afraid I can't. Not with the stairs.
But we have a lift. James will show you.
This way, sir.
A lift? Well, I never... This is very nice. Very nice indeed. It seems there are some changes worth making after all.
Thomas! Over here! Oh, thank goodness you're here.
And that'll do, Mary. Now, where's the car?
Did you get to see much of Africa? Was it beautiful?
It was a war, Mary, not a holiday. Yes, afterwards, I could see its merits.
Oh, I don't know why you'd ever come back to this place. Though I'm glad you have. Things have been so difficult at the house.
Has Audrey not come?
Oh, no, she's there, as usual. But the rest of it is not at all usual. Ah, here we are. I gave the driver the day off. Are you all right with the bags?
Yeah, no, I'm fine, thank you.
So what's all this difficulty at the house, then?
Neville's there, too. And his wife. Everyone's pretending to get on ever so well, but you can feel it in the air. Trouble building up.
What is it about Audrey? Do you know, Mr. McWhirter?
What is what, Mrs. Strange?
Look at her, out on the terrace with my husband. She hardly says a word. She barely smiles, never laughs. And yet Neville hasn't once looked back this way at me. How does Audrey contrive to have that effect?
I don't know that it's contrived. It looks to me like she'd rather be alone.
Yes, but isn't that all part of the effect? The tragic ex-wife alone in the world. And you all fall for it.
He must have remembered you. They're coming in.
Audrey's had a marvellous idea. G&T's all round.
Very thoughtful, Audrey. I could do with a drink.
It is so hot. I was hoping it would be cooler outside.
Take the window seat, Audrey. There's a bit of a breeze coming in there. I'll get the drinks.
Thank you, Neville.
Yes, thank you, Neville.
Won't be a tick.
I love the sun. I love the way it turns my skin brown. Must be terrible for you being so pale.
I try to stay in the shade. You must be the same, Mr. McWhirter.
Me? Well, yes, I suppose.
The
so.
bedrooms are coolest. If you're really too hot, Audrey, perhaps you should go for a lie down.
Yes, thank you, Kay. I might do that after my drink.
Drinks are on their way. The illustrated review's just arrived. Who wants it?
Oh,
Thank
good.
you,
Give
Neville.
it to
Just leave
me.
it there. I'm sorry.
I want it. Give it to me, Neville.
I thought you were talking to me. Of course Kay must have it.
Don't be silly, Audrey. Here you are.
Neville? How could you?
Come on, Kay. Don't
Leave
be
me
silly.
alone.
I'm so sorry, Neville. Should I go and talk to her?
No point. Come outside and talk to me instead.
What about your drinks? Oh, I suppose I'll have to have them.
Audrey? Oh. I was told Audrey wasn't here.
She just left, but I wouldn't bother going after her when Neville's in tow. You must be Thomas Royd.
Who are you? And what precisely is your interest in Audrey?
I'm McWhirter, and I have no interest. I'm the disinterested observer. The witness, if you will.
And what does that mean? Witness to what?
I don't know. But from the way things are going, something's bound to happen.
So here we all are. Entrees, Wilson.
Ma'am?
And open another bottle. Everyone seems thirsty tonight.
Oh, there's more to come, Aunt Camilla. Lord Justice Treves is due to join us.
Who?
Oh, an old friend of Sir Matthew's from Chancery and an astute judge of character, so no need to be nervous.
Why would he be nervous?
Some people are of a nervous disposition, Thomas. We can't all go marching round the globe, blowing elephants and Nazis to smithereens.
And I also invited Mr. Latimer, but perhaps he's forgotten.
Teddy will be here.
He always is. Wilson, Audrey's glass.
I'm fine, thank you, Neville.
Well, let us begin before it gets cold.
Oh, yes. I thought it might be nice to go sailing tomorrow.
Good idea, Audrey. I could take you.
We could all go. Make a day of it.
We're playing golf tomorrow, Neville.
Oh, well, my game's gone right off, but you and Ted can go. Kay's got a natural swing.
You don't play any sport, do you, Audrey?
I used to play a little tennis.
You used to play the piano. I always wondered how your small hands crossed the octave.
I have very long little fingers.
You must be selfish, then. If you're unselfish, you have short little fingers.
And I have the shortest little finger in the room. Look.
Only your left, though, Neville. Left is what you're born with, the right is what you make of it.
I don't believe in fortune-telling. Someone read my hand and told me I'd have 3 children.
Let me see.
Oh.
That's not children. That's 3 journeys across water.
Across the ocean? Is that what it means?
That's all the ferry across the bay and back.
Sorry I'm late. Stopped to help this old fellow whose cab had a flat.
Oh.
Turns out he was heading here too.
Lord Justice Treves, it's good to see you.
You're a judge.
Latimer's nervous now.
No need to be nervous. I'm not a judge tonight. I'm on my holidays and determined to enjoy them. Oh. Sorry, please, do excuse me.
Are you all right, Mr. Treves?
George?
Listen, some water?
Yeah, thank you, young man. Yes, my heart has been on the brink of giving up, but It turns out I may last the summer now that the Balmoral has installed a lift.
Splendid. Come and sit by me and tell me something fascinating.
I never read detective stories. They never seem real.
Detective stories begin in the wrong place. They begin with the murder, but the murder is at the end. The story begins long before that, years sometimes, with all the causes and events that bring certain people to a certain place at a certain time. All of them converging towards a given spot, and then the time comes. 0 hour. Yes, all of them converging towards zero. Towards zero.
An interesting theory, Mr. Trees, but in my experience, most murders are not premeditated.
In your experience?
Look at her flaunting herself for all to see.
She's trying to attract her husband's attention.
Peculiar that she isn't succeeding. The current Mrs. Strange is a singularly attractive woman.
You mean to tell me you can understand a man leaving a person of rare quality for a cane?
Ephemeral refinement may be rare, but it is easily cast aside for passion and fire. Although these infatuations seldom last.
Neville broke her heart. She never wanted to see him again.
And yet, here she is, dancing with him, and Mrs. Strange with Mr. Latimer.
Now, he can dance.
Indeed. Although the last man I saw with a head shaped like that got 10 years penal servitude for brutal assault.
I'm afraid that's another theory I'll have to disagree with, Your Honor. You can't tell a criminal tendency just from looking.
That is true, unless you've seen them before.
Don't mind that I asked you, Thomas. I so rarely get to dance. If your arm hurts, we can stop.
I've managed tougher tasks than dancing, Mary.
Of course, sorry. You've been on many journeys, haven't you? Many journeys over water.
What?
Well, like we were saying at dinner.
Oh, I wasn't listening.
Would you rather lead? You'd get a better view.
View of what?
It's really too hot to dance.
We could go outside if you like.
Perhaps we should stop, Neville. Sit down for a while.
We can do whatever you like, Audrey.
My earring. I must have dropped it.
Wait, my cuff button is caught in your hair.
Please be quick, Neville. You're pulling.
I'm sorry. Seem to be all thumbs.
What the hell does he think he's doing?
Thomas, it's none of our business. Don't stare.
Look at them. I won't have it in my house.
You can't stop it, Camilla. Towards zero.
What do you mean, Mr. Treves?
Yes, ma'am.
What have you seen?
He talks about me misbehaving in public.
Leave him to it, Kay.
Not a chance.
Oh, really?
Sorry, but we were the only ones really dancing.
Go on, Mr. Treves.
You're right, Mr. McWhirter, that most murders are lamentably improvised. But a few exceptional cases can quite take your breath away.
Perhaps we should call it a night.
Or put the music back on.
No, we should all stay and listen to Mr. Treves instead. I like murder stories.
Please, go on.
The case I am thinking of concerned a child. The facts were as follows. 2 children were playing with bows and arrows. One child killed the other. There was an inquest, the surviving child was distraught, and it was deemed a regrettable accident.
Was that all?
Far from it. It was stated at the inquest that the children were unused to bows and arrows, and, in consequence, shot wildly and ignorantly, causing the accident. But some time previously, a farmer had passed through a nearby wood and had seen in a clearing a child practicing with a bow and arrow.
What did the farmer do?
The child's future was at stake. He felt the child should be given the benefit of the doubt.
But you have no doubt about what really happened?
I believe it was a particularly ingenious murder. Planned down to every detail beforehand by a child with murderous intention in its heart.
What happened to the child?
Its name was changed after the inquest. The child is now an adult.
with a new name, a new life. But has it still got a murderer's heart?
Well, we'll never know.
Oh, no. It was a long time ago, but there was a certain physical peculiarity. I would recognize my little murderer anywhere.
I hope it's not too far past your bedtime, Your Honor.
I seem to cause quite an exodus with my story.
Well, I wouldn't know about that. We're here now, and that's the main thing. Safe and sound.
And a porter awaits. How efficient.
That's no porter.
I was just taking a walk.
The call of the wild, Mr. Royd.
Nipped into the Easter head, more likely.
Just watch your step,
Oh.
sir. There. Here, just take my arm. Get the door, Latimer. Don't need to be told.
Thank you, Bud.
That's it.
Oh, dear.
That's it, sir.
I don't have my spectacles, but that sign does not look auspicious.
Lift out of order. Bad luck, Your Honor.
I could carry you up if it wasn't for my bad arm.
There's no need, really. As long as I take it slowly, I shall manage. You two go on back.
Are you sure?
He just said so, didn't he? Don't argue with the judge.
Yes, thank you, Latimer.
I'll be better off alone.
Good night, then, sir.
See you around, Mr. T.
Better off alone. Slowly now. One. My little murderer. After all these years. Two. The planning, the practice, the pretense takes your breath away. Three. I know it's you. But how can I know if there is still a murderer's heart? Is there still a...
Toward Zero by Agatha Christie was adapted for radio by Joy Wilkinson. Neville was played by Hugh Bonneville, Lady Tresselian by Marsha Warren, and McWhirter by Tom Mannion. Audrey was played by Claire Rushbrook, Mary by Julia Ford, Kay by Lizzie Watts, and Latimer by Joseph Klosker. Royd was played by Stephen Hogan, and Treves by David Hargreaves. Other parts were played by Annabel Dowler, Benjamin Askew, and Philip Fox. The director was Mary Peat.